Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the corner. Dr. Carey here. I'm going to do just a quick little update. Got a few things to kind of go over. Getting ready for something that's coming up pretty quickly here. Rather quickly. Been working on the KW again, still, as always. Got chassis all in primer. I had a minor setback. I had the fuel tanks set up to go on the chassis. Well, come to find out, the fuel tank mounts were in kind of the wrong place for the Ford tanks that I'm putting on it. These outer straps were a little too far out, and the tank mounts on those sat right almost in between these. So I had to pluck the fuel tank mounts off the frame so I can widen them out and move them farther apart. Well, in the process, I broke two of them. So I had to go out and dig through my stash, and I did find this is a set of resin ones that I had out in the garage. So I threw the resin ones on there, and now the tank straps line up with the tank straps on the tank. So now we're back in business again. Also, I don't know how, let's see if I can do this here. I got the center, they call it an eye bar. I got the center, it's just a light mount, just to kind of break up the underside of the truck. That's just cut out of a sheet of styrene, and holes were drilled in it, and then it's capped off on the back with just a piece of flat plastic. That way it'll hold the lights inside of it when we get it painted. Chassis is probably going to end up being purple. I'm not sure yet, 100% on color yet. But this is probably going to be the metallizer purple over a gold base. Fuel tanks, I ended up deciding I wanted to keep them chrome in the worst way, but with fuel tanks, as most of you truck modelers know, there's always that seam. Well, and any modeler knows. There's always that seam when the two halves go together that you just gotta, it's hard to get it to come in to play and look right. And the more I thought about the direction that I'm going with this truck, I want it to look good. So I opted to sand off all those seams, and then in the process I sanded off all the chrome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to tape off the straps where you see the chrome here. I'm going to try to tape this off, and then these will be the same color as the chassis. Then, purple or whatever color I go with, they'll be the same color as the chassis. And I did I putted the end. You can't really see it by the camera here, but I did kind of put a little bit of just a small minute dome on them just so they're not flat. That's why you can see the buildup of the putty that I've got there. And in the process of all this, I did find a set of steps for it. These are a set of resin ones from Oslo Model Accessories. It's well, actually this is the straps. Hold on. Get it right here. This is the tank steps, the set that comes in. It's not really a part number, I don't know, F9. Yeah, F9 or F19. But it's just this tank strap and step set up to put on your, whatever, on the tanks. But I'm just going to use the step portions of them, and then these will end up going on one there and then one up farther. What I'm probably going to do is the top one, I'm going to narrow it up. When you put it on the tank straps, it's actually too wide for the mount. So I'm going to probably cut this in half lengthwise and then use that for the top step, and then full width just like you see it for the bottom step. But anyway, that's the fuel tanks. And then the outer part, like I say, the part that's tan will be painted the same color as the chassis, whatever color that's going to end up being. Not 100% sure yet. Back here, the tutorial I did on the bumper. When I did the tutorial to kind of show you how to build this step bumper, a couple guys had asked why I didn't use just C-channel instead of cutting the rectangular tubing. Well, I did it just because I didn't have any C-channel that size, and I had this rectangular tubing in that size, and me being a budget modeler, I couldn't go out and just, buy a piece of, or the plastic that I needed, so I just used what I had. Well, in the process of doing this is the one that I used for a mock-up in the video. I ended up getting it finished, and that's the finished product. I just used bare metal foil over top of the clear plastic. It's not the best looking up close, but it works. Put the taillights in it. Backside is just painted. These are the filler panels that I put in there just so when you see this truck with the setup on the back end, you're going to see this portion of it on each side. So I just made it to look like it was finished off with the areas in the back for the wiring and the lights and everything to sit inside of it. Just trying to finish it up, make it look a little bit correct, whatever you want to call it. Whoop. Taking you along for a little ride there. Went to reach back, come back. I got my phone plugged in right now, getting a charge, and hand caught the cord and yank. And then again, these are going to be the mud flaps that I use on the taillight bar. They got the KW logo on them. And they are kind of a pliable, kind of like a rubber, like a mud flap would be. They're pretty cool. I don't know if I'll be able to use them full length or I'll cut them off. Maybe cut off 1/8 of an inch off the top to get it to fit the light bar. So you got all these lights here are going to be, not that one. One of these. Yeah, these are the lights that I'm going to use in the underside light bar and on the eye bar. I don't know how they came up with the names for these. This is considered an eye bar, and then the tail light bar is considered a K bar. I don't know how they come up with a nameage on it, but who knows. All right, now, one other thing really quick that I was talking about ahead of time here, that we are quickly coming upon something. Kind of surprising to me. Not even a year later, I'm already up to 986 subscribers. And I've got a giveaway that I've been talking about doing for all of you. Coming up at 1,000. Like I say, that's quickly approaching. So, as my motto goes, when in doubt, act stupid. I could do that, but I'm not gonna. So, I dug them out, and I've been kind of cranking getting these things going. For those of you that don't know, or haven't been watching, or haven't been around the channel, I guess, for a while, this is going to be one of the giveaways. I did the sectioning tutorial on this to show how to section the body. The video is online if you want to go back and look at it, watch it. That's cool. But this is the car that I used in that video, that segment. Got the back tulip panel, is called, filled in. I gotta get some more putty out and start throwing some putty on this thing. I already threw a little bit into the cracks on the side, but it needs a lot more. So I'm going to be working on this over the next week. I hope to get this finished up. Along with that, another giveaway that we've got is going to be the Chop Top 62 Buick. Now the 51 Fleet, or not the Fleet line, the Chevy. The 51 Chevy, this is just going to be just the body because I don't have anything else to go with it. The 62 Buick is going to be a complete kit. This is going to have the complete kit, parts, everything. The glass is already cut down for it. I already did that in the Chop Top tutorial video. Again, you can go back and watch that video, kind of, touch up on it, whatever, if you haven't seen it yet. We showed how to chop the top on a 62 Buick. But I've got this a little further along. Everything is filled in now. And again, all this thing needs now is just putty thrown on it. So we're going to work on that here this week too. We're going to get some putty on both cars and then start sanding them down, getting them in primer, ready for the giveaway. Along with that, I've got the Chevelle t-shirt that I talked about in the past. Gonna throw that into the mix as well. And yeah, a lot of things happening. Again, just want to say thank you to all of you, the subscribers, for coming on board and buckling up and going along for the ride here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Get us up to that 1,000 mark so we can give away some stuff here. I know other people have given away stuff at different increments, but me being the budget miler, I can't really do that. So we're going to do it at 1,000. I want to kind of give back to everybody a little bit, a little something. And with me being working on cars on the channel, I thought it'd be kind of a cool idea to give some of them away. Just to, I know people have commented on them over the times when I've done them and like what I've done. So we're going to toss them out there and let you guys have a free-for-all with them. No, we'll do it in a proper manner, if you will. Got Dr. No Good back there watching, make sure I keep everything in check here, so I got to behave. At least try to. And along talking about subscribers, I just want to say thank you again to Old Tom, Rambler69. He, when I first came onto YouTube, he watched one of the videos, and all of a sudden, next day I woke up to, I don't know, 200 and some odd subscribers, whatever it was, overnight. And I was just kind of blown away. I'm like, what the heck happened, you know? At that point in time, my son was pushing to get help, you know, coming into the channel as well. Was pushing a lot of his Facebook groups that he's on and getting the name out there for me, trying to get me a little push too. And he did quite a bit. He had quite a few people come over from his Facebook groups into the channel here as well. And Tom announced on one of his videos to come over and check me out and whatever else, and next thing you know, my channel just kind of took off from there to where it is now. And I always wanted to, I mean, I always tell him, I'm always going to tell him thank you, because he's the one that got the biggest push to get me started, along with my son. They're the two people that really pushed this thing in the right direction. So Old Tom and my son Brian, thank you both. Johnny, well, he's another friend of mine who helped give me a lot of insight and a lot of ideas and a lot of tips, or whatever you want to call it, to how to go about doing the channel and what to do and kind of what direction to take it in and so on and so forth. And anymore right about now, it's kind of taken on its own ride. So, but the ideas that he gave me the direction to where I am now. So, Johnny, you know who you are. Thank you as well. But, yeah, been kind of fun. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon, because I've got a lot of models to show yet. So, as long as you guys ain't getting bored with what I'm showing you, I'll keep showing it. Like I say, I've still got a lot of stuff to go through, cars project-wise, built-up-wise, and just stuff. Stuff. It's all about stuff. Gosh knows I got a lot of stuff. Not as many as some, but I got a lot of stuff. So with that in mind, let's wrap this up, and I'm going to get something else out here and do a feature car on it. Get that out today or tomorrow. We'll wrap this one up, get this one out today. Again, thank you to all of my subscribers. For those of you that have not subscribed, please do so. Leave a comment down below. Click the like button. Hit the notification bell up top, and buckle up. Let's go for a ride. Keep scratching that plastic, and we'll see you on the corner.